And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. Slot man moves right. Now Jackson. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Jackson. All right, rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Eagles will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
A former Oklahoma State Cowboy is Chuba Hubbard. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Tua sets up to pass it. Short one here caught by McBride. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Xavier Legette His first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your
throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And he's taken down right away, but not before he crosses the 50 and gets to the 49.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Flushed out right. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. A beautiful fake. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now it's Jackson. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
McCaffrey, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
Third and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. The slot man in motion right. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, Charles certainly circled that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book and just said, give me the analytics. And the analytics said, go for it. Didn't work out.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
A 2nd and 11 for the 19. Slot man moves right. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Got a man, that's Liggett. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. A quick throw caught by Kupp out wide. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down. And again, it's Tagovailoa. That ball caught by his rookie wideout. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
The slot man in motion right. Throwing is Jackson. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Packers had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Jackson will throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. Eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Touchdown, Packers! A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers are an extra point away from evening this one up. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Looking to pass. Tua. Here as he's taken down. Keon White got in there for the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. They kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Here is 3rd and quite a ways. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And it's caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Malik Neighbors, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, an interception's result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Here's Tua.
Oh my goodness. Unbelievable.
And the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of
How is
passing
that even
production
possible?
has led to a lack of points.
Here's 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw.
What is this? This game is so trash. Game's trash.
Johnson, and the Packers are going to take over at their own 41. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an
That's a
interception.
wide
I just
open
wonder,
man.
because I don't think it's going to rattle him
impossible.
necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, this
Look at this.
inside the 10. Touchdown, Packers.
Man, get out of here.
Diggs, 59 yards.
Oh my
And the
goodness.
Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of
Wow.
the half. Matt LaFleur, he tells the offense, stay out there, go for 2. Jackson here is going to look to throw. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2-0. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Now Tua. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but doesn't go incomplete.
Man,
Couldn't keep his feet
this
in.
is terrible.
Second down.
This is just terrible.
And if the timing's off just a little bit,
Oh, wow.
play. Looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Tua to throw again. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play out.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Oh, and Tua getting intercepted for the 3rd time.
I don't even
And
want
the
to
Packers are going to take over at their own 41. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the 6th sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Going for the deep ball.
Look at how is they just let him intercept the ball like that on tips.
Johnson. And the Packers will have solid field position here as they
Man.
take over at their 45-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I keep forgetting Tua ain't got no throw power. What am I doing? It's my fault. I'm playing like I got somebody who throw the ball down here. Play your game. It's a whole totally different
Welcome
league.
back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff, and the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Here's 2nd and 3. That 2 is going to change things up. To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Brandon Echols. Down the sideline he goes.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a two-possession game might become three. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now Jackson. Flush to his right. Jackson hit.
Look at this nigga. He just getting every break in the world.
Fortunate bounce or two there.
Oh,
they'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Thankfully for the offensive return, this bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Third and goal, Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
4th down, here's Jackson. Toward the pylon, caught. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and that will force a turnover on downs. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Caught by Cup, and they're able to get this one across the 35. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, when the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. A quick pass to Cup. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Hey, come on, two. Come on, two. Come on, two. Okay.
From midfield, here's Tua. That'll be caught. It's caught. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. Movement there on the offensive line. A little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there. The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. Slot man moves right. They'll look to throw again. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Brandon Echols. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Throwing is Jackson.
Oh, but can I intercept that?
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Now it's 2nd and 10. The slot man in motion right. Now it's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Holland. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
13. Right shot. Go. 180. Right shot.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, report. Hey, middle. 180. Right shot. Sit on.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Eagles are going to get the
gives me opportunities.
Run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a
5
change of possession
interceptions.
on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got him in. That's Ligon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Tua. Across the middle, and this pass complete to Cooper Kupp. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly. Tua going to throw. Quick hitter here.
I'll
It's
see you
complete.
acting with that
And
like
this winds
that.
up a gain of 4 to the 41. Tua, fast pass outside complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 16. On the handoff, running left is Hubbard. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off.
Oh, wow. I've never seen
Since
that.
they still
Oh,
have
my
10 yards
goodness.
to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to 3rd down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Looking to pass. Tua. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is into
on, baby.
the end zone.
You need to
Touchdown,
stop.
Philadelphia. Trey McBride, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. McPherson now for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it?
And this
That was a good one.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Now Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When they approach this drive with a lot of confidence on the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on the first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10.
21G, 21G.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua. That is caught and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Tua to throw again. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
And a tackle there by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. 2nd and 6. In motion goes the tight end. From the 22, Tua. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now 1st and goal. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Chuba Hubbard, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead.
Ooh, why did I call that timeout? Oh, that was crazy.
Battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here. Otherwise, they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Slot man moves right. To throw is Jackson. Looking middle, and that's complete.
Good call.
They get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Here's Jackson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now Jackson. Flushed out right. Jackson hit. And
there we go.
And it's picked up by the Eagles.
There we go, baby. That's what we needed.
At their own 49-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover.
Hey, 21 TX. 20 TX.
Tua. As he throws there, incomplete. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation.
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. And when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense. Say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
Here's Tua. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing Tua. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Here comes 2nd down and 5. Now Tua. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback.
To the wrong man.
Intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Echols.
Oh, I'll be dragging myself off. Threw it to the wrong guy. Choke.
Well, this secondary just continues to be a force. Multiple interceptions in this game, and now the pick 6.
And the thing about it,
and he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. This is 1st and 10. Tua to throw. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
This is taken in by McBride. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break. Are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy on the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
That is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Tua. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and it's going to be their defense that gets the